want to be in a good place, at least with just your personal synergy with your agent, even if your team synergy hasn't quite locked in yet. But News is hovering that. Jet. Okay, now. Okay, I was almost hoping for that Reyna. That would have been fun, but
that would have been a fun match. Reyna Phoenix, double flash.
Yeah. And James locking in on the Phoenix. So Killjoy, more defensive setup on that side. I mean, I still like a chamber on this, but Killjoy is also pretty solid. You can kind of, you can get away with different sentinels on this map. So.
Yep, that Whaley has to dive through that Killjoy setup and see to create space.
Okay, be right back. You gotta alt tab out here.
There.
That's foreign.
Yeah, same.
Sounds good. I'm following. Oh,
we're so almost back. Alright, I'm loading back in here. Okay, I'm back in.
okay. I'm here.
Yeah.
Yep, we're all here. Well, so far it looks like we're gonna have an aggro push mid.
Yeah, they're setting up 4 players that can look down mid. I'm not quite sure the defenders will be in place to defend it. They look like they want to put that A main pressure with that Fade utility, and yeah, it could be an interesting chips passing in the night depending on how the map space gets taken, but looking over toward Anonymous over on B, sort of soloing that. I guess if they decide to push it down street, could be bad, but yeah,
they have a Killjoy turret to watch streets. Wait, I go in, against no one.
Yep, and then we'll grab that orb. As they do make some space toward mid. Fade utility coming out towards street. Doesn't quite spot the Clove. We'll flash the corner and look to capitalize on that. H will take down Clove.
That's pushing water. James gets one. Couldn't get the second one. We have Nibus on the flank. Air 4-pan push. Plants coming in. Lee on the flank.
Already will
supporting
find that
James.
frenzy kill onto Cardamom. Nibu's not quite able to make that right click connect. Fade utility will keep them rooted in place for the time being, delaying that push out of art just a little bit. They will set up for a 2v3 retake, which not exactly ideal, but some of the players are low. And they will not be able to capitalize on any of that, unfortunately. A bit whiffy there, but lucky to make it out with 3 alive, carrying into that bonus. Or the anti-eco, I should say.
Good ideas on the start of Team Dyslexia, pushing together. FaN a little, on the whole, defensive whole, a little shaky, but let's just see how this goes.
Yeah, they had a good idea to push out A main. They just didn't quite run into anybody. They just were a little too weak in the mid presence there, but they will look to stack toward B. Fade Prowler won't spot anybody toward mid. 2 of those players will come back potentially to join Nibu's, just the Phoenix. They look to just hold that mid space, just holding long angles with the better guns. Not willing to potentially die to anything up close, but they will have to re-clear the space toward A main. Phantom in the hand of H. Looking to just absorb any pressure, but it won't come. No defenders toward A, so this stack will probably not find anybody. The rotate will come back toward A. Smoke down street, just keeping that fade in place, so might hit an empty site. James isn't hearing anything. They are contacting through A, so no information just as of yet, or till they start to execute here, probably in a few seconds. Utility will come in. They will not find anybody, though.
Well, time to grab space and just see what FaN does on the defense retake.
Yeah, they could just try to maybe just hold the positions and not die to spike, but
And
that Juju here will fall, unfortunately, to that. Won't give up a gun, though. Nothing necessarily to gain. Flash looking to come through this wall. Pushed right through it. Countering with a wall of their own to cut off that A main pressure, but fortunately they just kind of bonk around into each other there. 2
Leave with
kills
2.
for Anonymous, though. And
there goes the Phantom.
Just barely able to clutch that one out. Bit expensive for that anti-eco, of course, but will manage to keep that Phantom. Bonus that into the round 3 here for the first rifle round of this map.
Yeah, good damage done by FaN. Pushing together, trading good blows back and forth with Team Dyslexia. Solid damage done.
Yeah, and that will be a bit of a rough bonus buy, but see what they can do off the back of this. A main space taken by that Phoenix. Anonymous spotting them out into street, but they will look to refight this. Does get the blind, pushes that Killjoy back toward connector. Phantom in hand, just jump spotting down long. I think Bind has spotted the one at least.
Cardamom has so much space on A main. Knows that Team Dyslexia is in the B area.
Yeah, and they can look to capitalize off of this. Of course, they knows here that they're probably that player still spamming through, keeping them off of the Phoenix utility, but getting crunched on site now. Oh, what is happening? Oh my god.
And they're top
from above, and Nibu still gets one, manages to survive. Will fall to Grim though, and back hauls there.
Cardamom on the nice flank.
Spike planted.
Yeah, we'll set this up for a 3v3 retake. Rifles in hand. H will take down the Clove. A bit whiffy there, trying to get that kill. ADS down long. Now all up to Anonymous. 1v1. And won't find it. They had an idea that H might be playing maybe back toward the other direction for that crossfire and was not able to correct the aim quick enough. That will be 3.
Good aggressive push from Team Dyslexia. You know, FaN had a really good idea, getting a lot of space, but so far, Team Dyslexia is just hitting their shots.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was going to be a tough bonus, but they managed to make the most out of it there, which you love to see. Very rarely are you ever going to be mad about getting that third round on the board.
Looks like we have a little tech pause.
Yeah. Looks like it should be. Maybe a relatively short one. I do see a Bucky coming into the hand of Anonymous.
Tans with the Outlaw, try to punish the low buy of FNC, so we'll see what that chamber can do.
All right. Well, 2 ults, 3 ults on in the server. Very close to 2 more as well. Probably going to look to. I mean, if I'm attacking here, I'm looking to get that probably Orban A main potentially early on.
Build that momentum with the Waylay ult Phoenix push combo if necessary, but
Yeah.
it is a low buy for FNC.
Man. Normally I'm chattier.
That's all. Don't worry.
Just
we
kind of
both
waiting. All right, we're so back. Oh man, we're back.
We're back. We're back.
The R's in the chat. All right, timer is live. Looks like the defense wants to try to focus on mid here. What now that they're on a bit of a low buy? Some sheriffs, a stinger in hand. 4 sheriffs actually. Looks like there will be some potential contact here into mid. It's looking to. They don't see anything early. They fall back just a little bit, but nice wait out by the attackers there. Maybe expecting some pressure, ready to absorb it. Nobody is traded quite yet, though.
FNC has to read that maybe their team with Dyslexia is going for an A push.
Yeah. They will know now that at least one player with Outlaw in hand toward B. They don't have enough information, I think, to know if it's more than just the one. Cardamom on 2 HP, though. So this is definitely still a weak site, as it seems like the defense is just ready to maybe pivot somewhere, but this hit will come into A. Chamber finds the kill onto James over toward B.
Defense is confused of where the push is going. Some of them were going B, some of them were going A. It's so disconnected between the defense.
Yeah, Nimbus flipped the map here a bit, but Float Ready seems to be aware that this could be a possibility. Oh, and just looks away at the wrong time. No! Oh, no, man.
Tense with
Oh, that one hurts. Oh, man. Not aware, unfortunately, about the chamber either. Just a lot of... Oh, man. You hate to see it, but it happens to all of us.
Yeah, a little shaky on the defense hold, causing a timeout for FNC.
Yeah, timeout called, looking to potentially clean up some of the comms, or I don't know what's exactly going on, but seems like a little just disjointed. I don't know if they are being quite decisive enough on their when they're trying to gain space. Not really quite achieving it in the way that they'd like to, so looking for them to maybe... I'd love to see them play more of a default, actually, and just establish something, and so that way it forces the attackers to at least poke and prod a little more and open themselves up for picks. I mean, they did it early round in the last one, but then they just backed off because the attackers were expecting it. Like, you got to press your advantage when you have it, I think, especially on those ecos where you're just looking to get trades and maybe recover a gun or two. So we'll see what they take out of it. I don't know. I guess Something will need to change to get some rounds on the board.
To shake up some of those nerves. It's the first game of PCMT, you know.
Yeah, it might be people's first time playing on stream. Who knows? First match can be a little nerve-wracking if you've never played in a you know, an environment more organized like this potentially. But pressure toward B. It looks like the defenders are just going to start hauling themselves back toward B as all 5 attackers look to push all at once on the back of this. Well, not catching anybody. They will know that the site is completely open, potentially except for Street. Waylay pushed up nice and far into heaven. Will not use that refract. Looking to get maybe a pick here.
Probably by retake.
We'll take out that. Yeah, we'll take out that ult. We'll delay this retake even more. Setting up now 5v5 retake. Waylay ult will be committed towards site. We'll find 2 on site. The 2 defenders are now down for this 5-on-3 retake.
1 enemy remaining.
Yeah, they're just picking them apart.
A little disconnected again with the push.
Yeah, and great trade there from Grim to put it away, but I mean, 5v5 retake, only managing to take out the...
My people, are you ready? You must cultivate a sense of calm.
You know, good job on Team Dyslexia holding down that side, absorbing the aggro of FNC, but yeah, it seemed like FNC didn't know when to push. James pushed by himself, committed the ult. Looks like it's a 2-2-1 setup. Nimbus pushing up. James trading it out. James with 2 with the Sheriff. And there. Do have FNC have a main control, causing FNC to push down B into Lee's Sheriff. Ooh. Spike goes down. H going a little aggressive, a little whiffy. H gets the commits the Astral Divide. Oh,
Last blow is satisfying.
committed to 2-1 now. Cardamom.
Can you hear
Enemies remaining. My ult is
Yeah, I can hear you
Oh,
now.
I'm so... Oh man, my internet died. You got
It's
this.
okay. Cardamom 1v1. Cardamom sees. Oh, H good with the 1v1. 3k for H. 6-0 for Team Dyslexia. This is just a strong attack from Team Dyslexia.
Yeah, they're just definitely playing together more. Oh, did it die on me again?
Looks like Team Dyslexia is doing an A-main push. It goes in mid, gets shot.
Okay. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. That was crazy.
It's okay, it's okay.
All right, so still a bit of a default. Cardamom throwing that haunt down. B main will not catch anybody though. All these players positioned over toward A main, ready for that split. James will get traded out there. Exec coming onto site. Nimu's not quite hitting that shot. Oh man, the molly at the feet. Tough to get through. Finishes the kill. Does spot that player. Rotating through. Two ults committed here. Yeah. And Cardamom will fall, looking to try to just secure this round off the back of the ult, but H will look to clean that up. Not quite able to do so, but Defuse started.
Last player standing.
Slow Ready is
Enemy
on top of
remaining.
that, though. Does get the flash
Oh.
into the face of Anonymous and does find the 3K to put it 7-0. So close. Even with those 2 ults committed, they were not able to convert, unfortunately, to our FNC. But
3 ults committed. They also committed the Clovult.
yeah, I mean, oh yeah, that's true. Man, that's a tough one. You look to just invest what you can just to get one on the board, but when you have players shooting, sometimes there's almost nothing you can do. Now that they're on an eco, they're looking to at least try to show some presence toward these mid positions to maybe try to get a gun, but oh man, no! Oh, oh my
Almost kill yourself with Molly. Molly
Oh
yourself. We're
man,
singing.
that would have been so tragic, but manages to just back out with their life, back toward B, where there are no real attackers going to show up. And one fall down street.
Since he has no info of where everyone is, they're playing scared.
Yeah, and it does look like there will be all this pressure coming out. James does find the one through the push into Art. Only get the feet, does lots of damage. Ready to reflash and clear that space, but there will not be any attackers. They are pulling out. They're going toward B.
30
Only one in
seconds
place is this Killjoy.
With
Very low HP. Bucky in hand. And bit of a pause here as they do maintain that mid position. They will hear these rotates. I don't know if be in the
good
best
timing.
position here. Oh, oh my goodness, what is happening?
Oh my god.
Oh man, and here we are, 3 HP in a dream, Bucky in hand, and then we'll fall to H. 8-0 now for Team Dyslexia. Looking very strong on this attack. They're being so decisive in their rotates, in their fights, and honestly, you just like love to see this level of coordination this early on from a team that has plenty of good players, of course, but it's the team chemistry winning it out in the end. And more mid pressure here from the attackers, looking to just kind of give up A main, just ready for that pressure potentially to arrive, but it never quite does. Chamber Trip will hold that space behind them, but the defenders are not quite filling the space either. Look kind of like they're just kind of willing to hold site and play off the utility, but it hasn't really worked for them yet. All lining up for this push into Art or Streets potentially, but the defenders really no info other than, I guess, now A main, that they're not there, but they know nothing about B main. This flash will come out into the face of 2 waiting defenders, so utility arriving. Oh, and then gets caught with the gun out, falls anyway. James will die to the wall. I mean,
H
dies to that wall. Yeah. It does get the trade. That was a good dash
Destroyed.
in order to secure that. Chamber falls in mid to the backstab from Nimbus. And then rifle barrel in the
30
face
seconds left.
of the Killjoy. Grim escaping with the spike toward A. An empty A site, but actually we'll look to maybe regroup and head toward B. Part of him does hear the rotate, but not able to correct. Oh, this will be close. The bomb will need to come down
10
pretty much
seconds left.
instantly, but it is just the jet.
Face your fear!
Yeah, they will know that they're not street.
Spike planted.
They should be aware that they could potentially be down long, but they are not looking this direction. Nibu's able to hear the jump. Just timing a little off. We'll spot the back of Slow Ready here.
Remaining.
My ult's ready.
Grim is low, and Nibus is at full HP. Even has the knives in their back pocket if needed, and oh! will just barely spot the back of that fade. Does see position given up. Let's see if Grim is able to play this post plant. Will not. Nibus, nice hold on that angle, expecting that repush, and the fuse will come in plenty of time. Nice little clutch here to put that first round on the board. 8-1 now for Team Dyslexia.
That hopefully that's what FNC needs to bring some life into this defensive hold. Nibu's taking control of the mid, flanking around, catch 2 good timings. Could have gotten a good timing on Ethan, but momentum. Hopefully this builds up momentum, gives them a good defensive hold, and
yeah, lifeline dropped for the defenders, looking to at least secure 8-4 now at the best, but that will require some careful tactics here as the attackers are going to basically be flush with cash the rest of this half. So early poking and prodding, nothing quite doing yet. Just some hold in A main as these players look to just contact. Nebus, nice shot onto slow ready, expecting the trade, which does come through from Grim. Able to find that. The Astral Wall did come down on B, potentially a bit of a fake, but the backstab will come. Waylay will be taken down.
defenders not moving after that. They're not taking the bait.
Nope. And smoke in the face of Tanskill there. H does get a nice correction on the Cardamom. Great shot there to make sure that that space is now completely wide open. Oh, and the knife out. H just gets another one just free. Fortunately for Anonymous, just knife out, knife in hand, not ready for that. Didn't quite expect it. James managed to dodge that haunt, will not get spotted. And then does spot H, does take H down. Finds the second one against Grim, rips the ult, flashes the corner. Chamber teleport, of course, stay alive a little longer. Nice correction on the Tanskill. Great shot for that 3K to get that second one on the board. Now 8-2 for Team Dyslexia.
Good job on James holding, not taking the bait from H. Holding down the B side, committing the ults just to give his team more time. This is what they need. They need the confidence to just get back into this game.
Yeah, the confidence to take those fights when they matter, to make the play, to force the attackers to think, to rotate. And 2 rounds now on the board. They are not out yet, of course. Lots of A main pressure here now from the attackers. Just narrowly dodging utility. Prowlers exchanged. Ult's committed. And just whips the throw on that a little bit. Fades will trade out. Just chaos through these smokes. 2 kills from Bad Juju. Anonymous will find H, trying to get that lurking backstab into Art. They are wise to it. 2v4 retake now.
Good aggro.
Entry onto the site, but the trades will come through. Wow, 1v1 now. Anonymous takes that 3K.
Chamber ult?
Chamber ult for this. Are they going to be ready? Are they going to be aware that this is coming from main?
Timing?
Quite enough time on the clock. That will be the round, unfortunately. We'll find that last kill. Wouldn't have mattered, but does manage to keep that rifle into the next round.
Good job on Team Dyslexia, just 5-man pushing down A main, stopping whatever momentum FNC was trying to build. You know, FNC's trying to had that flame and they just came out, just took that flame out of them. Chaotic round, but a lot of ults committed here.
Oh yeah. But they will look to at least try to put that third round on the board. Nibu's just ready to hold this aiming angle, but nobody will be there They do have the spike committed toward that angle, though. I mean, that side of the map, but James will be solo on this B site. Does spot at least 2 there, ready to fall off immediately. Probably calling to the team there, hey, I just spotted 3 down long, but it looks like they will back up. Cardamom falls in mid. So putting a question mark on the map there for the defenders. Unsure where this hit is going to come next. They will regather themselves toward this A main, but Nabus will be waiting for them with the operator in hand, knowing that they're not art. They're basically where this hit is going to come entirely through main. Does get hit by the ult, but manages to just barely survive until, of course, when there's a waylay dashing on top of you, it's hard to do much of anything. Killjoy ult committed in the same spot that it was in the beginning of this half.
H with the slowest lurk ever. He's running through spawn.
Flash. Oh, and then 2 nice kills to the back for James, and now it's just going to be gets the kill through the smoke. Unlucky for the defenders there a little bit to die like that, but that's what happens when you get a lot of ults, a lot of utility hitting inside all at once after you poke and prod for a 10-2 half. And it'll be a long climb now for FNC.
Yeah, good job from Team Dyslexia, pushing in, absorbing the Killjoy ult. Good util, good dive on Nibus, who had just the op. FNC, if they want to bounce back, they need this pistol. They need to be basically as perfect as Team Dyslexia was on the attack.
All right, first round of this half, looking toward this pistol. Fade Hunt won't spot quite anything, but dink onto one of those attackers, not quite sure which one that was. It looks like the Jet, the Nibus. Will take some damage there, but manages to keep their life inserted now into A main. Looking to re-explore around the map. Tans is holding down this B long angle, knowing that nobody is there quite yet. Haunt taken down. Looking to explore toward art. Flash doesn't quite catch anybody, but that Caleb will get spotted. Who's still low here? I don't know if it looks like the push will come primarily through art. Manages to find one. Trade's coming through.
Spike down A.
Plant will come down in that safe, tucked position.
Planted.
Will be a bit of a split retake here. Nibu's in an advanced position. It looks like the not going to be there. Unfortunately, does not expect it, but
Cage on the flank also.
yeah, always be flanking. Slow ready, frenzy in hand from Art. Not
Player standing.
gonna be tough to do anything from there, but all 3 players are low. I mean, this is very winnable for H, who does take out 2 almost immediately. So no stars in hand. Going to need to find this kill.
Why did I foul?
Come now, come on.
No, and there will be enough time. And that is going to be tough. Just 0.58 left on the clock for that first round. Secured on the defense now for Team Dyslexia. They are now 11-2. That's a tough one to lose, but when you're in a pistol situation and everybody's low, you can never play too safe. Got a little disconnected there and paid the price for it.
Good attack push from FNC. They had all the space, but all the damage done by Team Dyslexia just gave H a good easy 3, slow enough for H to get the 3K, clutch it up.
Yeah, the attack will just barrel down mid, flashing immediately into street, breaking that trip. Push is coming very quick. You love to see this out of this team, just looking to make something happen. Will find the Ares and take it out. Still death balling into connector, kind of deciding what to do next here, seemingly. But map has now successfully been flipped. So we do
Gotta
have
support
H.
James.
Yeah, and we have H now just in the spawn, just clearing all of this space. But will it be enough in the 5v3 with now some guns in the hands of these attackers? Just a chamber here ready for them, waiting with the outlaw. Will find the kill. The first one manages to escape, take some damage through that wall. Still one bullet in the chamber.
Spike planted.
Niboo's pushing. They will hear this reload. Finds another one. Probably not aware of this more advanced position, I have to imagine. But will manage to survive.
One enemy remaining.
Finds the kill with the Phantom. Gun diff for sure, but will pass around. Maybe not aware. 1v1 now with Niboo's. Stinger in hand. Dancing around.
Oh!
And will not. Oh no. So close to another clutch, but the defenders, Team Dyslexia, will put the 12th round on the board, putting themselves at map point. We'll recover that Phantom as well.
Take a minute. Appreciate the journey.
Good job on Team Dyslexia, just taking all that empty space, controlling basically the map, corralling FNC just on the B side, H supporting slow ready, or temps on that. That was close.
Yeah, and a lot of these, I mean, coming down to these 1v1 situations or even 1vx, and they're just not able to put those away, and it will cost them, of course. It's like most of the players now on the A side of the map ready to just push W key through A. Ready to just push that molly, knowing that they're in their own, will fall.
Spike down
And
A.
entering successfully, finding a 3K there. James able to get that trade finally, and just
Oh, volley!
almost. And that volley will do some damage, but now just all up to James. Flash is high, knows that there's one flower now, but that will not be enough.
Defenders
H
win.
takes down that final kill with that outlaw in hand for Team Dyslexia to put that one away handily, 13-2.
Such dominant on both sides for Team Dyslexia, just not giving FNC any space on that defense or attack, controlling all that empty spaces, knowing wherever FNC were going to, they knew exactly how FNC was playing that map.
Yeah, and they capitalized on all their strengths. It seemed putting players where they felt comfortable, able to let them just kind of run away with it. And they played they were free when they played. Looked like they were just able to do whatever they wanted. So, tough one, unfortunately. But 2, they could recover. They will be going to Lotus, so.
And this was FNC's map pick also.
Now on to Lotus, and looking for FNC to try to make a bounce back here after what was a tough first map, falling 13-4 on that Pearl, but
The H with the Tejo.
Yeah, will commit toward the Tejo. I do like to see a Tejo pick. I still think he's more carved out a bit of a niche, of course, in the current meta, but I do still like him when you are able to combo those, the raise nade, the salvos with the fade utility, and to a certain degree the Vise utility as well. But another Clove pick out of a Bad Vibes Girl. James will pick toward that Yoru. Potentially a bit of a I don't know if that's a comfort pick or what their strategy is going to be there, but interested to see how they're able to try to capitalize off of that.
Yeah, a little bag pre-nerf Yoru comp for coming from FNC. The raise Yoru with a chamber.
I
But
do like a chamber on this map. Cardamom electing to stay on that fade. Same with fade on either side for this one. Generally a pretty strong pick on this map, of course. We will be getting into this now. Do we F4? That is the question. Yeah, we do. I think so.
you do? Okay.
Yeah. Be right back, team. Okay, I'm back in.
I'm back in also.
All right, we are live. It's like the attack will try to lean toward A. Pretty standard, I think, toward the beginning, usually to establish some presence toward that side of the map. Cardamom will be by themselves, haunt in hand, probably going to scan these three and have to fall right back off, but see how this one pans out as the defenders stack a little bit more toward that C site. Maybe expecting some early aggression with the utility, but that will be going toward A.
I am curious how H is going to play this Tejo, try to disrupt this defensive hold.
Yeah, immediate smoke from the attackers, giving them that early space. Slow Ready will find James on the other side of the map after that mound push. Will force out that boom bot in order to re-clear that space. Won't find anything as looks to regather toward the A site. Just two waiting here. Prowler will spot that one player playing close toward the orb. But the attackers look to back off here. Space in mid.
Lee having a good insert into C mound, just getting all that info for FNC.
Yeah, and
Oh.
Ender here. I think I was just saying bad juju all the first map, but I believe it's Ender actually.
Yep.
H there does spot that one player. Anonymous does find one, able to TP out, of course, out into that pressured onto mound. Does pay off. We'll hear these players rush onto site. Will be forced to back off toward water.
H doing a
Looking
good
back
job
around.
just getting all that all that
30
aggro, all
seconds
that
left.
attention.
Yeah, and that will delay these defenders. Still looking
Spike
for
planted.
that potential push up A will not go as H does go toward back to B. Looking to potentially see if they can backstab anybody who might be lurking toward door. Won't find anybody as these defenders look to start the retake off the back of that nade. Pushing Ender back just a little bit. Haunt will spot Slow Ready in that position. Anonymous staying alive, able to try to get that.
Remaining.
Oh man, I don't even. That was confusing. What just happened? Vibes Girl
Whoa.
now up to that 3K,
No peeking.
looking to smoke off that bomb.
Last player
H
standing.
does find the kill through this. Oh, was their head poking out? With the smoke just a little off,
Hey.
potentially unlucky as Bad Vibes Girl does find the 4K. Will not be enough to get them that first round.
Good job from H, just getting all that attention from the A main, just delaying the push off for defense.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I don't know if we were able to see it, but I think that smoke at the end actually, like, I don't know if they were poking out of it, but H was able to find that kill onto the diffuser to secure the round, so.
I think
Bit
they were
unlucky,
defusing on
potentially.
top of the ledge. They weren't on the side, they were on the ledge.
Well, some pressure here from the defenders will be cut off by that smoke. Looking to absorb some pressure from the defenders should it come. Will not find the headhunter shot, but James with the classic kill onto Caleb. Hands will
One
find,
enemy
wow.
remaining.
And it finds a 3K in toward door.
Just
H
fast.
with the Odin in hand just will get a free B site. Now just Nibus with classic in hand. Looking to potentially just fall to Spike or something, but Slow Ready will find that pick with the Outlaw. Keeping plenty of guns into this next round for the bonus, setting themselves up for potentially another early advantage, but Hands on 5 kills already.
Tan's TPing on for Rubble. Just either you face Tans with the Bulldog or the other person with the Odin. Just or H with the Odin. So
Yeah, and still looking to see how they're able to use this Yoru, but the Yoru will get spotted by the Prowler in B main, toward B main anyway, but pressure will fall off of A as they look to regroup and head back toward Mound, re-clearing all of this space. Hands does manage to get into spawn, does manage to push the defender's back with that paranoia. Smokes off CT. Bam from Anonymous, not able to find anything on the planter. We'll set up for a 5v5 retake. On the flank, Nebu's not ready, and Caleb will take them down with the Stinger. Anonymous trapped in place there by those vines. Flash coming through from Cardamom, from James, but Cardamom's not able to push off the back of that with the vines in their face. Anonymous finding that kill onto Tans in that high position. H finding the Odin kill through. Will find Cardamom with it. Defender still looking to take this back. Great. Oh no! Oh, reload coming through, but they are just managing. Oh, wait, no.
Wait.
No way.
No.
Oh no. I don't think that satchel actually slowed it down, but just barely not there in time. Actually, man, that is so unfortunate. The Team Dyslexia just managing to win these rounds by the skin of their teeth, but yeah, I mean, it's still a third round on the board, and that is 3-0.
You're right, absolutely. FNC doing a good job taking over the site. It's just they're slow, or Team Dyslexia just eats that time, not giving them enough time for the defuse.
Man, oh man. And we do have Team Dyslexia just sitting in a lobby, ready for any pressure that might arrive, but they don't quite find anything.
You want to play? Let's play.
Chamber will be committed. And nothing just quite yet, as the team's a little tentative here. Not sure if they want to push their advantage. Chamber trip spotted by Ender. He takes it out. Does create that question mark on the map. Backfilling this space. James will hear this all through Dree, but does fall to Slow Ready, who does find the kill. Will overwhelm with numbers and utility. Nice shot being Nibu's.
Committed.
And finds the second one onto Caleb, who's not ready. Utility out. Finds the third one even. Manages to escape. Great movement there. Yet another one. 35 HP. And finds the four. Oh, almost the ace. That would have been insane, but 4K is just as good.
30. Oh,
find the clutch with their own 4K. Wow. And just when you thought that Team Dyslexia had thrown it away, they managed to claw it back off some heroics from their Vise player.
Again, FNC has really good protocols just getting into sight to prevent that spike planted, but also Slow already committed the race ult, and Sub-Rosa, I don't know where that race ult went.
I didn't even hear it go off. I don't even think we saw it on the cast, really. I mean, Nibus just was taking him down with Sheriff, but early pressure now toward Mound. No trades just yet. Smokes will be exchanged. They will back off. Give that Mound space back toward Ender, who is this into B. Looks like utility is committed toward B. Player spotted, and James will be traded. Cardamom finding that kill into Slow Ready. Nibus falling then to Caleb. Fade ult committed. Bad vibes, but still finding that kill onto Tans regardless.
Everyone push X.
Only a classic in hand. No sound. Caleb will get that bomb down onto C.
People.
Yeah, and that is going to be 2 going through door, looking to retake from this mound angle as the attackers look to clear all kinds of space, but aren't looking quite the right way. Manages to recover, find that kill onto the Clove player, who does use that respawn, that ult, to come back into the round, and it will not be enough for Ender, who is low on health, and that defuse will get found by Cardamom to put the first round on the board for FNC. Now 4-1.
Again, FNC has really good defensive protocols. 2 teams just using ults. It was the Fatal, the Vice ult, Clove ult. Yeah, they're going back and forth, but At this time, finally, FNC gets a round on the board.
And it will cause those attackers to be on a bit of a broken bye. Only one rifle in hand, in H's hands, which is always dangerous, but a nice early shot from Ender to find that kill onto the chamber, who was just waiting on the angle, but not quick enough to the trigger. Cardamom now pushing their luck. Oh, and the timing. And Will, oh, the spray. No, get out of there.
Bring them down.
No, man. Haunt will then spot out at least one player coming that direction, but they will now head toward A main. Pause into the round.
Wrong buddy out.
Utility exchange now. Nibu's throwing that nade to try to delay. Does do enough to slow it down at the very least. Space cleared toward mound. H calling the team back over. Ender still holding that space into B.
To James,
Utility
James
coming
has to hold
down.
this down.
We'll have to do all to do, but does find the first one onto Celebrity, spiked down, spots that fade with the op in hand, managed to throw the flash, survive, and just not recorrect the aim. Damage done though, that will take down Caleb and H. Vandal in hand gets the reload. Time running out, I mean, 2v2 now.
Enemy remaining.
Who's finding that one, and that will probably be the round unless get some heroics once again, but will not be enough as players fall off the site. Cardamom finishes it up, getting that second round on the board, and that will bring the differential to just 2 rounds. And I like to see the fighting spirit on from the defenders here, not allowing that first map to cloud their minds too much, and they get that second round, which eluded them so long on the first map. So definitely a mental boost there at the very least.
Good job from James from the lane, that holding that C line, that flash, getting 3 people, the lane, and giving FNC enough time to come in and help out James.
Oh yeah. And boost across, will not be able to find that kill with the op, but utility raining down on Cardamom's head, who does take this forward position inside of the smoke, does take some damage to the spam, manages to get more info off the back of that haunt, or prowler rather. Will spot the op, pushes them off that angle, but does push them far back out of sight, and will get spotted by that drone. All sorts of utility being exchanged. Op kill onto Slow Ready, finds the second one onto Caleb. Oh, third one onto the Omen. Reload, rechamber, and a pause now as the spike is down toward tree, being watched by that operator. All to do with H now, looking to cross into the smoke. Does give away the position. Ender catches the op, maybe it's sleeping just a little bit, manages to fall back off, flash behind. 7 bullets.
Player standing.
Oh,
James will find it. Unfortunately, getting a little, maybe a little conscious of time, but James will find the last kill onto H to bring that round differential down to 1 now. 4-3 for Team Dyslexia.
and that makes gives Team Dyslexia to make a timeout. Good job from Lee with that op, just holding down the A, just watching Tree getting 3. Kind of giving
Yeah,
me
and you
fear
love to
for
see
Team
that from your side
Dyslexia.
anchor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And can never quite count out these players, especially when they're able to have big rounds and put the team on their back just to get another round secured. About to get towards some of these ult cycles. Looks like we're pretty close to a couple of them for Team Dyslexia. Of course, the Tejo one already in hand. 2 on the side of FNC, but potentially 3 if they're able to farm up yet another one on that chamber for another ult. That op giving them lots of value on that last round. I mean, that will win you several rounds, especially if the attackers are not ready to. They don't have any flashes. I mean, I guess they have the Vice flash, but definitely a little easier to predict and dodge. So
Also, James is having so much base on C mount, so he knows that Team Dyslexia is just going into one side. So they're reading Team Dyslexia pretty well on their attack.
Yeah, they're not quite clearing that space later into the round, so they're not creating those question marks on the map that you want to see. More space now. Here's all kinds of players toward B. Will get potentially spotted by that drone. At least got it to show up, but push hard into mound now. Nibu's only player there already. James will be pushing in toward Waterfall, but will be too late. Diving onto site. Bomb going down, and Nibus finds the kill onto Ender. Trade coming through from Tan with the Stinger. James finds a second after being Paranoia.
One enemy remaining.
A third one. 3v1 now. James will be low, Stinger in hand. And manages to find the fourth kill. Immaculate crosshair placement, even with that Stinger in hand, able to control that spray and fight, live to fight another day with 4 HP, but game is all tied now, 4-4, and looks like they're finally starting to come together and build that confidence.
Yeah, good job from James and Nibus just holding down that C push. Team Dyslexia tried to death ball in, but Nibus with the nade just cutting off the C push, and James with that flash and Stinger. Good duo. They're warmed up. They're alive. We got a game.
We certainly do. 7 ults in the server, 4 on the side of the attackers. I'm looking to see if they can eventually capitalize, combine some of those at least. And Upshot not finding anything, does get spotted though. Utility raining down, James pushing the same position. And he will fall to slow ready on the other side of the map while Anonymous doesn't take down Tan. Sees the spot but does not manage to capitalize it. Oh. Ender falling to the Clove on the other side of the map there. Nibu spotting Caleb. Anonymous falling back off at this angle, knowing that somebody's lobby. Ooh, almost catches him on the jump spot. Manages to TP out. Great utility exchange there, able to force that chamber off the angle, but will it be enough as the rest of the attackers called back toward A?
FNC.
Nibus, yeah.
Good defense hold. They have everyone on the side just waiting to see what Team Dyslexia is going to do with this.
Yeah, and holding this angle, not a whole lot to push them off of it.
Teleport's ready.
30 seconds left.
Pausing into the round. He does get spotted by the Haunt. Waiting to see if they backfill off of it, but not enough as H is able to punish that. Not able to teleport out, has no escape, so Caleb will get that bomb down, knowing where that player is. And attacking into sight, does get spotted. He's managing to catch. And Cardamom with the 2K.
Oh, then
Oh no, his H is able to make it to a 1v1. Nibu's ready, bouncing into sight. Taps that bomb, and H is able to put it away. Nice little clutch 3K from H. And what was around that could have really gone either way.
Good job from Hayes just using that Armageddon to pressure FNC into the side. But good job from Cardamom, try to even out the put, but H, he is the captain for a reason.
And that will put them at 5 rounds, 2-4. Rifles in hand, yet another op in the hands of Anonymous. They'll look to get that early mound space. All 5 attackers here though, does get spotted, but not pushed totally off that angle. Op still in hand. Manages to just put the shot, goes back for a second and does find H. Great repeat. Will fall back towards site. Haunt committed, but will not find anything. Looks like they're just going to look to launch themselves onto site. James is ready though.
That's the
not
spike.
Quite enough from that judge. Does spin around and he teleports away. Wow. Getting fought on all sides and manages to survive. Keeping that 5v3 advantage. Now ripping that ult, able to spot where these attackers all are. Tans manages to find the kill on the Nibus. Ender onto Anonymous. Great coming in. It is now a 2v2. Cardamom rushing it down with the classic in hand, all you can do, but now Ender finding that kill onto James in a 1v1 situation now. Cardamom, maybe not quite sure where Ender is, but we'll need to get on that spike soon to have a chance. Ender's just playing it patient, not exposing themselves, not playing their hand. Here's the jump up. Cardamom finds the kill, but
Does he have
be
time?
so close. I actually don't know. That was so close with the circle. I don't think it's enough, though. And that would be point 3. Man, lots of just near misses and clutches on this map specifically. Lots of these rounds could have gone either way, but that will put the 6 on the board for Team Dyslexia. 2 FNC's 4. And the economy will stay like kind of not necessarily even, but broken for both sides as they just lose all their players in these rounds.
Again, good job from Team Dyslexia slowing down that flood retake from FNC, just eating that time again. It's close, but it's enough on the slowdown.
Yeah, and lots of utility exchanged toward A. I mean, the Haunt spawning all kinds of players. Nibu's just lobbing that grenade onto the ground. Somehow not getting the kill onto the Omen, but kill getting found regardless. Nibu's now with utility just being thrown all kinds of them. Each finding that kill. The second one onto the chamber. Ender finds that kill to put the advantage at 3-2. Will they be ready for James here on the flank, Guardian in hand?
Portal closed.
I don't think they'll be ready for this.
Oh,
Both low. Oh, and they almost lined up. They almost lined up. That could have been crazy.
wait!
Bad vibes, girl. Sheriff in hand will pick up that Bulldog. Vandal now. In a 1v2 retake, well, have to make the go all across the map, but both players so low for Team Dyslexia. Breathe on them and they're dead.
Clove also has the ult, so this could be a really close 1v2.
Yeah, full utility too. I mean, you could easily... Oh, Wall will be at the feet, so they'll know. But that will be okay. Like I said, full utility in hand here for the Clove. Smoke committed toward main. We'll cut it off, but... Well, they smoke the bomb. Try to get half. Attackers being patient. Oh, and H with the nice... Oh, man. What looked like to be a pretty nice flick over onto the Clove. The Bad Vibes girl will fall. Unfortunate as they stay at 4, and Team Dyslexia will push themselves up to that 7-4 lead.
Good aggro push from FNC, but maybe they just stayed a little too long there on Rubble. And just H again, pulling Team Dyslexia out of that loss, and good job from Team Dyslexia.
Stay focused.
Yeah, I mean, Team Dyslexia is just proving themselves to be a team full of shooters. So Cardamom will try to hold his position, will fall to Slow Ready, who lands that rocket. Nice shot there. Will cause the defenders to fall back. Top's still in the server though, so just as easily turn the tide back toward their way, but they will cross behind that smoke. Smoke now in the face of Anonymous, who
Timing.
going. It looks like the hit will actually be a crunch toward B. Nibu's finding the kill onto Caleb, finding the second one with the ult onto H, finding the 3K onto Slow Ready. Now just in a 3v1 situation, turning the tides of this round. Paranoia, but Tans will find the kill, and then
I would apologize to them.
tickling the toes of Tans there with the finding that last kill.
Switching sides.
And that will be a 7-5 half, actually, considering how it started. Not bad at all for FNC, who are showing signs of life, proving that they just needed to get warmed up into this game. And that will bring us to the second half now. Flipping sides, of course. Looking toward how they're going to capitalize on using this Vize and Tejo defensively.
Yeah.
If James continues dominance on that Yoru, I guess, which is not surprising. I feel like you put him on anything, and he'll do well. So,
That's a good spot.
what can you do? when
Remember, James
dudes
is a
are
world
shooting.
champion. Season 2
Thank
champion.
you.
Yes, lest we forget. So Haunt will not spot anybody toward A. Lots of pressure here from the attackers toward C mound. Only Ender here ready to receive them. Classic in hand, but Flash will get placed on that wall. H now ready to help out, fill in that space, but just potentially swinging in a little awkwardly. Maybe showed their hand. Sheriff recovered, all triggered. But Dan's looking to fill this space, does manage to swing, or I mean, flick back toward Cardamom to find that kill, evening things up, but does take damage at the very least. Attackers looking to pivot back toward A, where Caleb will be waiting for them. Just a classic here, but C's at least in their back pocket.
Yeah, H was a little.
Actually, just heard that. Yeah, and James just getting value out of that teleport, and that will give them the site. They will get that, be able to get that bomb
30
down.
seconds left.
Ender looking to maybe capitalize on something early off with this Sheriff. Drops in toward drop. Getting some damage, not quite finding a kill. Doesn't manage to get the reload.
Oh, you too.
Standing.
Oh man, and that's going to be a tall task for Tans, who will fall in. The attackers, a nice mid-round pivot back toward the A site, giving them the 6th round and that pistol round that they most certainly needed to try to bring this map back toward even and ultimately extend this series.
Yeah, H, I think a little pushing the smug, a little egregious, trying to see if he could get a timing, but James was ready for it. Ethan not waiting.
That worked.
Don't know if he heard the TP from James, but a little miscommunication on this hold for Team Dyslexia.
And this pressure will come out early toward Mound again, where it will only be that Vise on Seaside. I think they're identifying potentially that the Vise is playing alone, sending all kinds of utility that way. They do take all that A space, now knowing that certainly this has got to be all towards C.
He has no util on C.
Yep, and that will... Oh, and the Flash gets all kinds of value. He gets the 2K, would finally fall to the Guardian, but lots of value there. Trades coming through. 2 defenders now pushed into Waterfall, looking to back off, potentially regather themselves, but H on this flank, not really spotting anybody toward Mound. Bomb will come down in a safe position, though we'll have to play on site if they want to play a post plant. Not willing to risk a more open plant without information. They will try to walk onto site. They do get spotted, but classic shots raining through, not quite connecting on anything. Haunt destroyed. I don't know if they're ready for this push out of the smoke, but they will both fall. They will not be ready with a bandit kill in hand. They will not be able to convert that round. Thrifty for Team Dyslexia, and what could set them up to try to close out this map off the back of a couple rounds, snowballing toward those ults. Outlaw still in hand, so big round here to try and see if FNC can counter with a Thrifty of their own as the timeout will come through.
You know, who needs a wall and 2 thorns? All you need is that flash and hitting some heads. I take my
Seriously.
words back.
Great flash. I mean, that's how you draw it up. That's what they put in the Vise, like agent montage when they released, right? Like a nice flash, getting the whole team, getting a couple kills off the back of it. So exactly what you want to see from your side anchor. Great play all around. I mean, I've been really impressed so far with Ender in general, being this being their first, I think, PCMT game ever. So 14-11, topping that scoreboard on the Vise. Only a couple rounds on defense too, so you love to see that, especially if you're on their team. So yeah, it will be a couple of not full rifles, but 2 Guardians, 2 Phantoms, and an Outlaw in the hands of the defenders, looking to snowball this round toward their victory. See how the FNC looks to respond here.
Or create more pressure on the map. they're trying to do the death balls tactics, and Dyslexia's ready for it.
Yeah, and only James now toward B. No pressure toward A. They're just willing to give it up if they're just identified that C is going to be their site that they want to try to hit here. Potentially, maybe actually a bit of an early fake is back toward A, but Caleb now just sitting on this angle with that outlaw. Oh, just barely peeks out their shoulder and will fall to that outlaw, giving the defenders a numbers advantage already early into the round. Prowler not quite clearing anything, is repositioned back toward site. Door is broken.
So much info for
So
Team
much.
Dyslexia.
Yeah, and they are just ready to wait this out with the numbers, and that will be another kill on a Pet 5 score from Caleb. Not quite able to shoot that haunt, so he will be forced to fall back, at least for now, but no pressure on the back of that.
What?
The defenders will actually
30
rotate. I
seconds
mean,
left.
they are pushed up towards C. I mean, nice kill from Ender on the other side of the map on
Last player
C.
standing.
Nibus
Comms?
as well. And a third kill found by Ender there.
Say something?
Not quite sure what happened.
Sorry, ear's still ringing.
Don't know what happened either. Just sitting on the wall, and they had all the time just to spray them down. Good side hold for Ender.
Yeah, a bit odd. But that is the 9th round. 9-6 now. They will spread out just a little bit more on the defense, or on the offense, I should say. Early Prowler will not spot anybody, but one way in the face of the attackers here. Ender and Hands are pushed up onto Mound, not able to find anything. Willing to push this smoke. We'll now know that that Fade is playing that corner. Does get seized.
My
They
aggressive
will
Sentinel.
capitalize off the back of that. Yeah. They will find that kill. Give themselves that early advantage that they have been kind of lacking. So now they're looking to come back toward A, but Odin will be waiting for them. Once again, spots just a shoulder. We got to be more aware of that angle. Finds the second one onto Anonymous. And that will be 2. Great value there from their Fade player as they fall back towards site. Now the attack will have to decide if they're willing to push this Odin or if they want to try to pivot somewhere else without any map control. Tans is low on the other side of the map, throwing that smoke that will now pop into James' face, looking toward breakable door there, seeing if anyone's willing to push, but still nothing. Odin on site,
30
just
seconds
ready
left.
and waiting for this push. They're not looking toward tree, and it finds the third. Maybe some damage as well onto the clove.
Last player
And that will be 4, and looking now for the ace. James has to be aware, deny that. 12 seconds on the clock. Just
10
try to get
seconds
this
left.
plant down, at least for the cash. It will die. Get this, the damage through the box with the Guardian. That is what the Guardian is good for. So that will be a 10-6 now in favor of Team Dyslexia as they manage to just shut down that A push. They just keep trying to rotate back into it, and Caleb is just ready for it.
I'm just curious on that call on the C push Mound. My Sentinel pushing up really close, like he had a TP out and then got punished for it. But also, just Caleb with that Odin, holding it down.
Yeah, and that is the that's the second time too they've died to that kind of deep angle where they're just holding it toward where the ult orb is, and they're just getting a glimpse of a shoulder, and it's just enough. Pushing up now, being a little more aggressive as actually the salvos there find a kill onto Cardamom. Great little combo utility there. James will back off, back toward lobby, Guardian in hand, but now hearing that Odin just rain shots through that same corner that's been so deadly for them. They will back off, giving defenders the rubble space that they fought over. Looking to maybe try to pivot back toward B. Plat now will find at least one player that Vandal heard, probably noted as well. Looking to just cross off the back of that smoke, maybe back toward C, where two defenders will be waiting for them. They do hit the button. All run through.
Another Odin.
H will look to make the best use of that Odin, but will die actually early. Ender able to get the trade. Will fall though to Bad Vibes Girl.
30 seconds left.
Odin in hand now for Caleb. He's been so deadly with it. And he will find the kill. Nice shots with the Guardian. Will eventually fall to that Odin. Odin coming back toward Caleb's way, knocking them down to 17 HP, but will look to invest this ult. Not afraid, does not care how much HP that they have. He gets the haunt now that they know exactly where that Raze player is playing. Oh, he just slow ready, just cannot find the kill. Timing gives Caleb some space. Here's the reload. Will not matter though. Too low, too many bullets from that Odin. And that is 7 on the board for FNC.
Good job for FNC just getting H off that sideline. He had a note in, but the Vice ult coming in clutch just to make things awkward, more awkward. James pushing out, spawn, getting one, backing off. Good job from FNC. That's what they need.
Yeah, they needed to keep that, get that round on the board to swing the economy back in their direction, but still a full buy from Team Dyslexia. That would be an early kill found onto Caleb by Anonymous. Nebus now does fall to H actually with the Odin in hand. Nebus with an Odin of their own. H falling back does take some damage from those paint shells. Stun committed. Odin still in hand. Spots players, gets the kill on Nebus through the wall. Ready to use those salvos on the plant.
Missile deployed.
And it does, oh man, Ender spot in that more advanced
Oh,
position.
timing!
Cardamom finding the kill onto Tan's utility out.
Planted.
Now setting up for a 1v3 retake, Odin in hand. Does find that first one onto Anonymously. Does not find that correction onto Bad Vibes Girl and will fall. Now it is 10 to 8 Team Dyslexia, and with these rounds getting put together, they are looking to snowball back toward at least an even half, but or at least a even game, but that will require a couple more good rounds. Still, the defenders now, Team Dyslexia trying to put together some sort of buy, willing to invest into this round to keep their advantage, but big
Good
round
job.
now.
Yeah, good job from FNC absorbing all that aggression from Team Dyslexia.
Yeah, and Slow Ready just willing to dive right across, get that space into Rubble that the attackers are not really fond of fighting, potentially realizing that the utility is best used elsewhere, but the Vi is just holding it down on C pretty much every round.
The clone did not trigger the wall.
Wall trick.
Ruh-roh. Okay, well there it goes. Alright, triggered it now. Looks like they just want to trip that wall early and look to make a move off of that. Opens the door just for a bit of fake info toward B. Unsure if they're actually willing to commit that way, but Hands does know he's watching B. Ready to see if anybody's pushing up, but Nebus ready to get some space onto Seed, make their presence known, but nothing doing just yet. No kills yet, but the Rubble positioning here could be dangerous. Slow does find the kill onto James. Potentially unaware of this chamber position.
Oh,
And the Odin will get the trade onto Anonymously, getting out. 4v3 now.
averaging me around.
And they will look to commit toward the safe position, but will they know about H? H is just willing to try to take this fight, gets the kill on Nebus through the wall with just the gun showing, and manages to get the third one. Oh, and the respawn. managed to, I mean, they got away through the smoke, but Paranoia will come through just the perfect time. Will get taken down. Not sure about that in ult investment. Maybe just willing to try to be a hero there, delay long enough, but it won't not be enough to get them their own 9th round, and that is 11-8 now for Team Dyslexia.
Good job on Team Dyslexia, just having all that info on what FNC are trying to do. No one budge C, no one budge B. You have eyes on A, B, and C. They just know what FNC are just trying to push, and no one's budging.
Broken by a little bit on the side of the attackers. Bulldog in Cardamom's hand. Anonymously looking to capitalize on that ult. Nothing quite committed toward A. Some space gains, but defenders willing to give and respect the space that the chamber ult will grant them. James holding this position, realizing it's always the vice every round. Wants to fight it, but Ender not making it easy. I'm not sure if they even know about Ender here, but James is willing to check it, does find the kill. Nice shot. Slow Ready is willing to fight on site here. Ult committed. Spots maybe one, but flash in the face does delay this at least a little bit. Let's see if they're aware of James's position. And backside, Fuse running out, and will not be enough as James finds the kill. Cardamom willing to get some space up through B with that Bulldog in hand. Falls back off the back of that Paranoia. Ult in hand, and Nightfall committed toward B. Lots of utility. James in that ult, scouting out everything, getting space toward Breakable Door. Not spotting anybody. Pops out of that ult. Bomb will come down. Now for a, well, now it'll be a 2v4 retake. And that will be a tall order for H, who looks to just kind of fall away, probably bonus, or I mean, save this Odin to the next round. And that will be a nice pivot and hold back toward B. Committing those ultimates and securing themselves will be their 9th round.
Costly ult for FNC, but you know, throw all the ults to try to plant and hold off the B side. A little costly, but good job from everyone hitting their shots and getting into sight.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes when you're in a game and you're just looking to get rounds on the board, no matter what the cost, you love to see your ultimates at least give you that much, even if you do have to commit a bunch of them. And that will give them a lifeline into this game. 2 attackers die there. That's a bit unfortunate. They didn't. I don't know what happened there, but they couldn't really afford that. Oops.
The buy's off.
Mark, I think. But yeah, I mean, they're able to sort of piece it back together. It's a bit unlucky, though, honestly. Not sure. Maybe they were just worried or something. I don't know. Or they thought a corner was safe. I'll have to go back and watch that or something. But lots of attackers here lined up toward A. All 5, as a matter of fact. Willing to fight for this space. Misses the off shot onto Caleb, who just backs off. Odin in hand. 2 Odins, in fact, in the hands of the defenders here. And a Bucky in slow readies. Nothing quite doing just yet. H just holding this angle here with the Odin, willing to use that soft corner to maybe just spam through it, hold him back, but Boombot will be in Hage's face. Doesn't quite spot anybody. Falling back just enough to stay out of the range. And James will take down Hage just through that door. We'll claim that orb for their troubles. Flashing through, willing to use that flash to just keep the pressure up toward A, even though the rest of their team is heading back towards C. We'll have to clear this wall. Utility going to rain down. They do spot the wall. Not willing to jump through it as a team, though. Just want to trip it for now. That will give the defenders time to start rotating over towards C. Ult will find hand skill, but Ender will find 2 of their own. And I mean, when you're anchoring a site, that's really as much as you can ask your solo a Sentinel to do. So 2v3 retake now. Odin in the hand of Caleb. Full, well, light armor, but they're not ready and does not find that second kill. Now slow ready, Bucky in hand. Ready to launch in and just... Oh no! Oh man, that could have been dangerous. That was low health for Bad Vibes Girl, and that will be a 10th round for the attackers, 11 to 10 now, making it a map, and timeout now called by H, excuse me. And we have ourselves a map here.
Slow being punished by the Bucky nerfs. You can't do
Yeah,
that
was
anymore.
tough. You can't do it, yeah. True. I didn't even think about that actually as on the side of Raze, but I mean, as far as Raze boosts and stuff go, I guess. But see it in action, and honestly a bit unlucky. It seemed like they were close enough to at least get enough damage to find that kill, but who knows if it would have mattered in the end anyway. And looking for the defenders here to maybe on a bit of a broken buy, which looks like maybe Caleb and Tans won't be able to fully buy up, so they're going to have to at least maybe try something aggressive on the defense, try something a little different. I mean, Ender just goes and plays C every round, which seems to be, I mean, Ender is finding the kills over there, but it is a bit predictable, so I would love to see them mix that up a little bit. And just as I say that, he runs toward A, so maybe a bit of a different look on the side of the
and
defense.
there was holding C pretty well. Had the FNC had to commit the race holds, but let's see what adaptations they do.
All right, and then immediate pressure coming over toward A. Caleb just throwing it to show that, hey, Fade utility over here still. Maybe we haven't changed our setup, and immediately hightails it back to C, where James will look to trip a wall that's no longer there, realizing now that they've probably mixed up their setup and is now falling back, potentially willing to leave that chamber inserted, but we'll send the chamber back. And maybe now realizing that the Vice utility isn't there, I'm interested in seeing if the attackers want to go back toward that C mound area, just leaving their Fade player inserted, but a bit of hesitation now. The attackers are trying to figure out exactly where they want to go, but defenders just not overextending, not overplaying their hand, willing to see what the attackers are willing to do and respond to that.
Each coming over with the drone. Clear
Yeah,
out three.
That will be calling them back over towards C. Probably two players will be waiting,
30
potentially
seconds left.
3, but
It's the other way.
coming through. Oh, here comes the ult as he looks to flood back on the side, but James will catch him as he swings out of that smoke. I mean, bomb will go down. 4v2 now.
Spike planted.
All to do for Slow Ready. And Ender. Ender with a rifle in their hands at least, but a bit labored, but does find the kill onto Cardamom. Ready to rip that ult. Spots James, will fall though. 2v1. Same position, but different guns, and Slow Ready does fall. Fortunately to the right click of James, and that will be a tie game at 11 to 11.
Good job for FNC just figuring out which was the weaker side. Again, they just went C. The C hits are working. H with that Armageddon. I would have liked it going the other way towards the side, not away from the side, because it gave FNC the out of the ult.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a gamble which way you want to run it, depending on where the other players are, but I agree with that. I would have loved to see it maybe potentially go that other direction, but Nibu's now ready to just commit some utility toward this direction. Rifle in hand, just seeing if there's any pressure there early, but for all 5 attackers actually toward A site, willing to just slam it this direction.
Man,
You're
push.
hearing
Attackers
everything. Wall will get tripped, and the defenders are just all going to be back flanked all through their spawn.
Bring them down.
Anonymous just on this rubble angle will not find the shot now that they know it. 2 players will catch the C's though. Nibu's now onto H, gets that kill. Slow Ready will find the kill back with a classic. Nibu's clearing this A site, getting in behind. I don't know if the defenders will be ready for this. Players in all kinds of strange positions, not ready. Ender finds the kill onto Nibu's with the stinger. Nice kill while I think full line there from Ender, but not enough as they will take their first lead, or excuse me, the FNC will take their first lead now, 12-11.
Good job.
That point. Yeah, I mean, I think this is the first lead they've had all game, not even this map, so must feel good now to reap the rewards of your efforts. And they have been calling a great game, honestly, on this attack half, pulling out where the defenders are playing and manipulating rotates. Fully no defenders towards C, just full committal toward A on that Rebel fight. And FNC will have none of it as they look to just barrel back towards C, the defenders will look to try to backfill this space, but it will not be enough as James clears the entire site with the ult. Not spotting anybody, but keeping that pressure. Lots of utility being thrown toward Waterfall. Nibu's low on H. I don't know if they got spammed there, but oh now. On the side of the attacker is still alive. Drone will spot out at least Cardamom in this deep position. Nightfall committed. Trades will start to come through here. Defenders are just tearing apart the attacker's positions. Post plant on the site. Not enough as the defenders roll through, deathballing it onto site, using all the utility, throwing their bodies at these attackers in the post plant positions. Nice shot from Anonymously. Oh, a whiff though, as they tied up and send us to overtime. 12-12 is great retake from the defenders, not letting it getting down around get to them and able to push overtime off some great shots, great utility. And I guess if you would have told me that this was going to go to overtime after seeing that first map, I would not have believed you. So great second map we're having.
Yeah, great job from Caleb using that Fatal, that Nightfall, to just give Team Dyslexia the space, making everyone from FNC weak and deafened. Just great retake.
Yeah, and of course now we flip sides once again. Looks like they're gathering up toward B. I'm not sure if that's actually going to be where they're heading, but Cardamom with the C's in hand, just willing to try to catch whoever's going to jump across, but they will not find that Raze, who normally does not kill the drone, but lots of players coming to shot B. They managed to get the trade, but that will open up that site wide open for the attackers. Door will get opened, trying to pressure behind them. Cardamom finding the kill onto Caleb, denying that pressure. However, Already will not be able to capitalize off that space they gained, but Nibus now totally flipping the map, coming up through B main here. Players and all sorts of out of position, but manages to find the kill. Will not manage to stun anybody, just trying to keep that pressure away from them, but anonymously finds the kill onto Hachen. The defenders now, FNC just not willing to give up. Nice kill from Hands to try to, and a nice second one down to 1v1. One away from that ult, I guess. I don't know if that orb got picked up, but they will fight it regardless. Spamming through the smoke, and they will not find that kill anonymously. Huge round for them as they push it toward map point.
Switching sides.
They will need, yes, they will need now to find that elusive attack round. Or no, they did great on attack. What am I talking about?
Yeah, they were doing good on the attack. They were struggling on defense. They got a defensive round. And they called a timeout for Team Dyslexia. Oh, no, wait.
No, it's FNC calling the timeout. Yeah, probably willing to put together some sort of play to at least try to catch the defenders off guard and put this map away. So 13-12 for FNC. Just one away, of course. Looking to gather up. Where are they gathering? Toward A. Okay. Willing to fight that space potentially? I don't really think they did before as much, but
they probably think that Team Dyslexia is just going to set up on C because the C hits were working. So they maybe think, let's try A to throw him off.
Yeah, and Ender will still be on C in that position we saw them in for most of the defense half. Potentially just going toward what worked or where people are most comfortable playing, but all 5 players now leaning toward this A pressure. Anonymously will be setting up that trip for the flank, potentially getting some B, just holding that B pressure. The defense will look to actually push potentially out toward B to fight that chamber in that advanced position. H will catch anonymously. Odin will take care of that Prowler. Slow Ready will throw that nade to try to stall, but nobody will be pushing that breakable door. Caleb backside now with the Odin. Odin in hand, of course, has been dangerous all game, but not sure if they'll be ready for this swing on the other side. James finds that kill. Just a bit unlucky, actually, to be looking just in the wrong direction. Nice flash.
Oh!
H almost taking themselves out, almost, with the stun there, but finding the kill. Oh, not quite. Finding the dink, at least, on Cardamom. Boobot spotting it, but not enough as James finds the kill into Slow Ready. Stalling out this defensive retake even more. 2 players toward stairs as they find the kill, but 2v2 now. Time running is down. Ender, nice. Oh man, and the defensive retake is successful. Ender has been shooting all game, putting himself at 26 kills, and that will be tie. We are now 13-13.
Good job from James, just like holding that heaven pressure, but the push on stairs, they only had one person watching it.
And that will be another timeout. I think this is all timeouts exhausted on both sides, so looking to just put together some plays to try to get at least chain 2 rounds and put this map away, but FNC not willing to roll over, fighting, just stay in this game and push a map 3. James currently sitting at 20-20, proving that the Yoru is still good in the right hands.
That's what we want to see from our LeBron James. Aggressive, ego push, get a 3K, get out. That's what we want to see.
Yeah, and they look very comfortable on that Yoru, which I feel like Yoru is one of those agents now where if you were just comfortable, you played them a lot, you know, you can live without that second flash. You can still get lots of value if you're willing to use them correctly, and clearly working here. Once again, gather toward a rubble for a push, at least off the backs of 4 players. Cardamom once again, Z's in hand, just ready to try to stall at least a little bit. See if they're ready for the cross. This time, they do see the cross, assuming. Oh no! Oh man, the nade connecting on Caleb, dying immediately. That one hurts. Fortunately, just not able to get out, get stuck against that corner. And early advantage for the defenders. And anonymously posted up on this angle, ready for anybody to just walk right into it. Bomb in hand, well, swapped out now to Ender, who will fall back. Drone spotting the chamber, but does get destroyed, so no suppress, no ping. All's quiet toward A, at least for now. Maintaining that space that they gained early on. Cardamom maybe potentially spotting out that rubble pressure. Tries to fight it, but Tans does just push and evens the round now at 4 left apiece. 3 A-side as the defenders just look to maybe try to get at least close. Maybe try to flood retake. They do as James flashes out, but Paranoia catches and it still manages to get the second kill. Unbelievable, honestly. They find 2, but finds a 3rd one. And now it's just H left alive as the Yoru thrown in their face, and that will be the final kill of that round with the op. And we are on to another map point for FNC.
What a flash from James, just completely full blinding Tans, just letting James get that kill, getting 3 Ks. using that ult to find out where H is. Good retake from FNC.
And we are watching a bit of a slugfest here. It's each team just not willing to let it go, and they just fighting back into every single round. So bit of a, once again, just early contact over here toward Rumble. It's been a hot spot all game, but attackers willing to just sit back a little bit, but James pushed out with that. He will spotted. Caleb finds 2 kills before he gets traded finally by James, but Fade Trails will expose where Slow Ready is playing, and James manages to find a nice little spray down, nice spray control, finds the kill into Slow Ready to even the round back into 3 apiece. No defenders, well, H, I guess, trying to backfill this space onto A, but not quite sure where these attackers could be just yet. Some space being held toward B from anonymously, but B diligently being watched here as they're willing to give up C to that wall, at least to give them info. This drone will not quite find anything. James finds the kill onto Tans. Ender says, I'm not ready to go yet, so 2v2. James will find him, but Cardamom finds the kill onto Ender. All to do, H with the map in their hands. Here's the jump. Gets spotted by the utility. They look to take the bomb actually back towards C, forcing H to at least commit more of a rotate. Cardamom will get the bomb down very low. It's still incredibly winnable
Spike planted.
if you're H in this situation. Players, attackers looking to play together, pushing back into spawn, trying to clear that space at least so they can eliminate one of these potential retake angles. H diligently clearing sight, still not able to find anybody. Checking mound, still nothing.
High-low setup.
Yeah, high-low setup here. And finds the kill onto James, who does have more HP. We'll have to hurry up here now as the clock begins to tick down. Low HP, gets half, and will not be looking in the right direction. No! Oh, no, as man, if FNC managed to claw back into that game, tying the series at 1-1, and that we will be going to map 3.
Good bounce back from FNC. This is what we wanted to see. Shake off the first map, make this one so close, force a map 3. James
Great
coming
map.
alive.
Yeah, great map from Ender as well. I want to highlight that topping that chart at with the Vise and being that side anchored incredibly well to keep their team in it. Was not enough in the end, but great map from them. And of course, great map by all of FNC, who managed to, like I said, bring it back together, like really come together as a team and get that map. So we will come back for map 3. 3 going to Haven, and immediately Bad Vibes Girl actually switching off that cloak to the Sage, so a bit of a different look already. James back on the Yoru as well, so willing to just play into the comfort role on the Yoru. Still a pretty good map for Yoru as well, so
So we got H on the Jet.
yeah. And still ready on the Phoenix, so willing to play into this double duelist comp with the Ender still on the Vise, which is proven to be a pretty good pick, at least on Haven, so willing to just maintain their defensive anchor status here. And willing to, or I'm interested to see how this Sage actually plays out on Haven. I don't even remember the last time I really have seen a Sage on this, but could be some interesting tech coming out here, but regardless, potentially probably some comfort picks really. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see if FNC continues that momentum they had on the second map, or Team Dyslexia just like coming back and hitting their shots that they were doing on the first map.
Yeah, like if I'm FNC, I'm looking to come out to at least a quicker start if I could help it, so that we don't have to like climb back into the map the way that they have been. So willing to believe in this Sage pick. Who knows what we'll find here. So into this pistol round we go. And the Sage will start on the defensive side, so 2 Sentinels available to anchor down one or both of these, or 2 of these 3 sites. Pings coming out all around B from the attackers, so and they're lining up. Looks like just a potentially a quick B hit, just not willing to give the defenders any time to breathe. Want to come out strong here. Sova over toward that A long, where you'd expect the Sova to be playing, and
Scanning ahead.
won't catch anything toward A. All these players just rushing into B site. Blind coming in, Nibus ready to take an aggressive angle backside, but they will get spotted. Does manage to live, and does get the jump right click. Will get traded out by Slow Ready, who not ready for that backstab from James. He does get traded out by now 2 kills from Ender. Finds a third into the backside with a different gun. Gun spotted. Finds the 4K onto Cardamom, and big round from your Sentinel player. It's just a B-site slam. Manages to get that first round on the board.
Team Dyslexia taking notes from the first, what was working on the first map. Just that's balling FNC. Don't let FNC set up on that defense. Good jobs on trading, and they're getting nice 4K.
Yeah, and just willing to run it down and just overwhelm with numbers and utility. Gives them that first round. Potentially a bit more of a E-fault this time around, but 3 defenders on the A site. Sage playing alone towards C, not quite on it, but into that window. Does get spotted out. Ping showing that they're ready.
Perfect.
And nice kill with the Ghost by Ender, who find that opening kill onto Anonymously, and will force these defenders to spread out even more than they already are, bunching up now toward Garage, knowing that that Cypher can't be guarding it in any way. Wall now in the face of that Sage and the Caleb finding the kill onto James. Sage now falling. Bad Vibes Girl falling to Tans. 5 on 2 now. Just from the defenders, I'm probably going to look to die to bomb here, but we'll see what they decide to do. Is, of course, worse weaponry in hand. Defenders pretty much, or attackers pretty much know where you're at, so especially now that see the launching out of there. Nice turn back from H to find the kill into Cardamom. Nibus with the smoke. Just to distract, but tries to walk up, and Ender is wise to it. Flawless on the side of Team Dyslexia and able to put that one away pretty handily.
Yep, good job on Team Dyslexia keeping it clean. Do not give any guns to the defense. And they're holding down the push from A short. Simple and clean.
Yeah, nice shots and team coordination early into this game. All the attackers now grouped up toward the A main will only find Cardamom here, unfortunately, for the defenders as they look to just hightail it back over toward A to try to support the Sova player. But players are coming through quick. Just the one in short as the other three are leaned toward long, but they back off the back of these utilities since H is over towards C, potentially to just keep pressure or keep at least one player over there. But Nibus with lots of space into window. Will they re-clear it? Looking to just insert their Omen player towards short, but Nibus will hear this. Finds the first kill onto Ender, who had an idea, did the wide swing, but was not enough. Cardamom will fall to Tans. The Bulldog in hand, but will die almost immediately. H is now ready for Nibus in that advanced position. And James not ready either for slow ready to be pushed up that far. Was not expecting it. 3v3 now for the retake, and coming down potentially a little late as Tans looks to teleport away. Getting pressured there, lots of bullets coming their direction. Bad Vibes Girl now headed up toward Heaven. Pretty much full utility other than that heal in hand, but watch the player, and Graffiti finds the second one and doesn't manage to flick to kill the dart in just in time, but Caleb not, yeah, bow and arrow in hand, and anonymously finds that kill. Get them the first round. Does make it expensive, of course. Only 2 rifles able to be bonused into this next round, but 2-1 now for Team Dyslexia.
Nibus on that B push. Just hearing the footsteps, getting one, getting out, getting H on that flank. Again, it felt like the team vitality, hey, let me dog here, and just gets killed.
Yeah, and lots of advanced positions, just willing to take that space if the other team is willing to give it. Potentially be looking to default potentially a little more around the map this time, but will push into A early as Cardamom does hear this. Just the Ender pushed up, inserted now. Not pulling too many defenders that direction. Drone will look to clear garage, will spot Bad Vibes Girl, but nice flick over from H to find the headshot actually with the Outlaw onto the Sage and drop that immediately. Now the defender is down in numbers once again. Plenty of time still left on the clock for the attackers to look for a pick. Cardamom push deep up short. Probably will not be aware of Ender, but unless and Ender will find the kill. Better weaponry does win out in the end. Cardamom will fall. Now at 5v3 as James looks to just try to do their best. Hold this push. Nice first kill onto Ender, but will get spotted. Spammed through the corner by Caleb on that Sova. They're pushing anonymously back out of that smoke. Blind in their face as well.
Flank.
And Slowrity with a big flank there to keep that round clean. 4 left alive as they put 3 on the board. 3-1 for Team Dyslexia.
Good job on Team Dyslexia, just expecting that push from FNC. They knew they pushed the last round and they waited, and they benefited them to hold off and wait until the push.
Yeah, and it looks like another good start to the map from Team Dyslexia. I'd like to see them continue to press their advantage and manipulate these rotates, get those early kills, which have been working out so well for them, and just narrowly dodges that dart. Does not get any information, but James does spot at least the Jet holding that angle. Doesn't like what they see, falling back, of course. Drone will spot the Sage as Caleb looks to press this, knowing that that was a classic in hand, but thinks better of it. repositions toward mid as that smoke fades, and Sage now by themselves on the B site. All the attackers look to group up toward mid. Ruh-roh.
That was a close one.
Willing to just hold this space with the Phantom in hand, and Phoenix ult committed toward Garage where they knew at least the Sage has been playing. Smoke in their face, sure to get a spam something doing through the smoke with the Sheriff. Not gonna find anything as Slowrity does find the kill underneath into mid.
Spike planted.
Anonymously finds a nice right click from Bad Vibes Girl as does catch Slowrity on the way out and manages to get that heal off as well as H finds the kill with the Outlaw onto James.
Visol on the...
Visol getting lots of covering the entire site there as Anonymously looks to tag up a player, and 2 players tagged down with these Sheriffs, and back to the Phantom. Nice shot, nice correction from Bad Vibes Girl onto Tans and find that kill. 2v2 now. Anonymously pushing through their own cage. That will not be enough as H and Ender, the last 2 people you want to see on the site in a retake, but they are there and they are ready to shut it down and put 4 on the board for their side.
Such a close round from FNC, getting those guns out, forcing Ender to use that Vice ult, making it costly for Team Dyslexia.
At the very least, you do want to force out as much utility as possible if you're not quite ready or thinking you're at least going to make the round competitive, but that is a timeout, of course, from FNC looking to regroup and try to figure out exactly what they're doing wrong on the defensive side here, try to get some rounds on the board before they switch to what would arguably be their weaker side with 2 Sentinels, but once again, it really depends on how you want to play that Sage.
Yeah,
But,
I'm curious about that Sage. The wall's not being up, the slows are not being thrown, but they're hitting shots, so they are getting some value.
Yeah, and if I'm the defenders, I'm looking to probably not drop some of these kills early. Not giving themselves an advantage going into the round when they're just kind of defaulting around without getting any space or info really, or putting themselves into weird positions where they're just falling alone and without getting much value and just making it tougher, especially in a 3-site map. Being down a player on the defensive side is a bigger disadvantage than might be elsewise, but flash in the face of H from their teammate there, doesn't quite matter as no one's there to greet them, but H now pushed up a bit toward Garage. Cardamom will deploy the drone here, trying to spot out where these players might be playing. Will hear some shots, but will not spot them on that drone camera. Looking to just inch up B, just take this space uncontested, and the defenders are happy to just sit back and play off of their utility. 3 players toward A though. The attackers are a bit stalled out toward mid, probably just trying to decide what to do next exactly. Willing to just cut noise and re-hit B potentially as they do gather up in front on grass, front B. Wall will be committed to the right side. Nibu's looking to get a big blind here to potentially just stall, but no players on site ready to capitalize off. H with the spam, I believe, potentially through that smoke, but will get rezzed. And Slowrity just on that angle, just spamming through, gets a 3rd one, and that will end the round unless Anonymously pulls a 1v5 clutch out of their back pocket. Willing to just sit into window and see if what they can get. Catches H sleeping, unfortunately, but Anonymously with the 3rd kill will not able to find the 2nd kill rather, will not be able to find more. Slowrity with the 4K on that round, and 4 ults now for the side of Team Dyslexia as they put it up to 5 to FNC's 1.
Yeah, Team Dyslexia just cutting off the noise, waiting to see what FNC does on the defense. They're seeing that they're getting a little anxious trying to get info, and they're being punished for it. Potentially a body block from James who gets spammed from the smoke, and then the res, and then just gets spammed.
And it's been a tough beginning to this map for this team, as it has been all game, but as we learned last map, you can never quite count them out. drone will spot nobody at least front of sight. James looking to backfill this space though. Willing to try to play a committed angle, even with the Sheriff. Does get flashed, able to teleport away, unfortunately to the other side of the map, but free sight now for Team Dyslexia. Ult will give you them all the information that they need. Will go back to play toward main, potentially look to wrap, but defense willing to set up now for the retake. Does die immediately to the knives in H's hands. That takes out the ult as well, but now the Sage falls as well. Just H is ready to just fight this as much as they can. Nebu's putting that one, evening it up before Slow Ready finally takes out Cardamom to bring it now down to a 3-1 off the back of Ender's nice shots onto Nebus, but that will not be enough. Slow Ready finding that last kill onto Anonymously, and that will be 6 now. 6-1 for Team Dyslexia as they look to try to run away with this attack half.
Yeah, the Team Dyslexia is getting control of site, just good post-plant setups, not giving FNC an inch on the retake, so yeah. FNC with just Sharers and a Bucky that round, but
and if you, the comeback always starts off the back of a Thrifty, in my experience, so not always, but often. So you want to still try to win those rounds, but full rifle round now ahead of us as the attackers look to just full lean, and Tan's in deep. Anonymously knows it, looks to push through that smoke, but finds the value there, gets the kill, claiming C-site all for themselves. The defenders are just potentially looking to flood, but the bomb will come down before that flood is able to materialize. James now popping that ult, getting all kinds of information as I think literally just spotted all 5 players. Flash in their faces though, 5-0 will fall. H just jumping around, knife out, potentially ran out of ammo or something, but nice finish by Nebus. Nice correction for the 3K. What a crazy retake there as the defenders are able to finally get a crooked number on the board. Round number 2 going up there, 6-2 now. And another round there, Nebus just kind of put the round on their back and got it across the finish line.
Hate being a little eager for that knife kill, and just Nebus had a really good TP, got a good spray down on 3.
Yeah, and that will do it. I mean, still a long way to go here for FNC to get back into this game, but once again, it all starts with 2 ults now on the board. Actually, both Sova ults in play here.
Revealing area.
Default sort of dart here will not quite catch H, who will shield themselves with the smoke. Nebus destroys that drone, denying information. Smoke will continue to deny that. Clearing more space toward A, but attackers are willing to just feel this map out, since the defenders are not exactly willing to put any more pressure on these extremities, willing to absorb it with this double sentinel setup. So letting the attackers overextend, play their hand, give info, but this drone coming out in mid will not quite spot anybody, maybe giving them information that it will be toward A. C player is not really getting enough info to potentially give it away, but now they know full well that it is coming toward that A site. Cardamom not finding a kill off the back of that. Plant will go down in a default position, and the attackers will look to now set up for this post plant. Hands immediately blinding over after getting that kill. Cardamom finding kill on the Slow Ready, breaking the side open at least a little bit. Cardamom finding a second one. Will have utility out, manages to survive. Spamming through there, but doesn't find it. H gets the little bit of damage left required for that kill with the shorty, and Nebus now looking to try to clutch this round in a 1v2 situation. No utility will now smoke back, but not going to be enough time as they look to just fall off and save this rifle, but close one there for the attackers as they manage to just at least save 1 rifle. That will put 7 on the board, and that will be a tough one to swallow for the defenders. They do manage to keep the op at least. 7-2 now for Team Dyslexia.
Team Dyslexia just knowing what's the weaker side. It was just the cipher, and then once they planted the spike, good. Just util to slow down the retake, not giving FNC the room to push on that retake.
Yeah, doing a great job of just making sure they win their fights. Utility immediately exchanged here from Sova's, or both Sova players. Nice shot from H onto Anonymously, who just showing enough of that shoulder to get caught, and that will be immediately an advantage for the attackers. 5-4 now. 7-2 on the board, of course, for Team Dyslexia. Looking to just feel around the map, once again, get these picks, and H just holding strong in that C angle, looking for another. But James not able to connect with the operator onto those players. Looking to commit a mid. Flash will be in the face, tries to turn it even with the op in hand, and the attackers won't like what they see, and they'll head back towards C. Defenders have really no idea until Cardamom potentially hears this, may call the rest of their team back, and D will be yet again a free site for the attackers to take. Hands in and will find the kill into Cardamom. Better weaponry, fortunately, but Nibu's stuck with the wall behind them. Gets a nice first kill onto Ender, but not enough. Trade will come through. Looking for the spam onto Tans through the wall, but we'll find the kill cleanly onto the head. Nice shot from James, who turning that flash was able to flick back onto the player. Destroys the dart, but Caleb just going all the way around, and will they be ready? Oh, and that will push them off just enough. Yeah, they will get it. James will get the defuse, but valiant effort from Caleb to go all the way around and give James something to think about, but it will not be enough in the end, and that is 3 on the board for FNC.
Good job from James and Bad Vibes Girl, just making it costly, hitting the shots and forces.
Time out now. Yeah, timeout for FNC. Getting the talking to, get some strategy going. And
it's doable. This
it is
defense is doable.
If they can get another 4th or 5th round on the board on this defense half and really try something different on the attack. Looks like pings coming out from Team Dyslexia. TL looking to maybe push through B toward A. If the pings do not deceive me, but looking to try something a little different, potentially mix up the pace, try to interrupt this momentum that FNC has been building.
Yeah, probably think Dyslexia being, hey, our aggro push was working, but we were just holding out the side, and FNC, that's what they thrived, was on the retake.
Right, and all the attackers now grouping up toward that A site. Looking to potentially push through lobby. 3 defenders here, though, ready to stand tall if needed. James willing to cross, of course, with the Yoru able for the get out, but wall finally committed there and toward mid to at least try to stall the mid, but already kind of lucky to be alive there. Does manage to find a second or a kill onto Caleb, but Ender just taking everybody down. Nice kills from James. Will he be ready for this last player? Slow ready will run away. Switches guns. Went shopping, found the one that they wanted, manages to finally just escape all the way toward A heaven, but there we go. They will be headed the wrong direction. Traps once destroyed in garage will give the game away, and there'll be a race back towards C. There it is. There's that ult coming out. They know now both are going to be towards C. James and Anonymously now pushing back toward that site. Will catch Ender looking to rip that ult, keep it, at least push them back for the time being. Does not manage to actually catch them with the ult itself, but regen armor pushing that total up to 30 in Ender's hands. The wall continuing to stall, pushing up. Wall fades. Trades come through, and Ender finds both for the 4K. And man, does not matter how much HP this guy has. He is good for it, and that is 8 on the board now for Team Dyslexia. Looking to finish this half at a 9-3, but only 8-3 for now, and FNC needs to get this 4th round on the board to give themselves a chance.
Yeah, FNC was just gambled wrong. They thought they were gonna go A, and good job on Ender, and just to go on pivot to C, and holding that Yuke till pretty late really benefited them.
Yeah, looks like Ender's willing to just contact into this B space. Back of the drone, spotting Nibus, and dies actually to Ender, who catches them out. B main, that cracks open the B site wide open. James does manage to find Slow Ready though. Will need to fall back, but it's actually stuck on the other side of that short because of their own Sage's wall, and H will catch anonymously with the knives into garage and give them control that direction. 4-3 now for the agents count, and Bad Vibes Girl looking to retake with the Guardian. Sees back sight, doesn't manage to quite find the spam kill. The thorns in their face, at their feet, delaying this retake. Even more shock dart, finding more damage. James, not speed denied, barrels through. Oh, and it will be not enough as the host plant stands tall. That will be a 9-3 half as FNC has once again a long hill to climb back into this map and into this series, but Team Dyslexia wants to put this away and get it over with, I'm sure. Does not want to let what happened in map 2 happen again.
Exactly. FNC had a really good attack on Lotus, so trying to see if they could keep up with that.
Yep, and looks like they will position their... Actually, they're Sova towards C. Trying to maybe get a different look as the attackers look to probably put some mid-pressure here. Look to maybe commit toward B or C, depending on where they get a pick, but pressure here already towards C, where they're walking down long and anonymously spots it out. The defenders... all right, well, we've seen what we needed to see. They're going to leave as the plant goes down towards B. Tan's looking to get a spam kill, but not quite able to find it. Ooh. Nice little correction onto Bad Vibes Girl, just sits them down and teleporting onto site. Nimbus pushing up in the window, not quite getting the kills they needed, the shots, and that will be a flawless as the defenders just totally dismantle FNC, and the defuse will come in, putting that 10th round on the board into double digits now. And
what a
flick. Tough.
What a flick.
Holy smokes.
Again,
love to see it.
Keeping up with the momentum from the attack, just barrel through the side, hit your shots, and do not let FNC set up in that post plant.
Tan's looking to take this upper angle. Not sure if anyone will be well, James looked to peek early. Does get spotted, but Tan's not able to capitalize. Trying to recorrect, but actually finding the classic kill, that is a big one. And not ready for Caleb, unfortunately, with the Odin, who's just spamming through this cage, and will not be enough as H actually will find another kill with the Sheriff. Maybe it was pushed up into that smoke, actually, now getting a very advanced position into their own spawn. Snow's now with the, H with the Sheriff kill onto Bad Vibes Girl, and that will put it at a 3v1. The map completely flipped, all to do with only 13 HP and a Spectre in hand, and Tall Order, of course, one smoke coming up in a couple of seconds, but that will be all that Nibus has to play with.
Probably a little miscommunication, probably thinking that the B side was clear, but it was not clear. James, with his knife out, just bunny hopping into sight.
Yeah, bit of an interesting play there, but Nibus now looking to just try to do what they can. Spectre in hand, and that will not be enough. But H has the angle, getting the 3K actually with that Sheriff in hand, proving that pistols are deadly. And that will be 11 now for Team Dyslexia, 11-3. And looking to just win this first rifle round. This is a must-win round for FNC if they want to have any hope of staying inside in this round, but it is, of course, always within reach. This round will be an important one.
Cardamom has pied in this game right now.
Rip. Well, happens to all of us. But
Yep.
H early, outside of garage. Not quite finding anybody, but still maintaining the weapon. The attackers look to kind of default around the map a little bit. Quite really taking any space, but H just actually gets caught by Nibus there. Damage done, but it will be a death for Team Dyslexia. Tan's willing to just sit this angle. Nobody really going to come their direction, but Bucky in hand. Drone clears garage. Smoke will block Caleb here, but does manage to get a little bit of spam through. No, nothing connected. Slow Ready just willing to hold this platform angle. Ooh, finds the kill through the wall. Nice wall bang there from Slow Ready onto Bad Vibes Girl, but that will only even the round out as the attackers look to press their advantage or press space back towards D window. Her main, and that will be James with the kill. Nice shots
30
onto
seconds
Caleb.
left.
Anonymously knows where they're at, but doesn't quite have the angle to get the spam. Blind will come through, but will not find anybody. Cardamom will be planting now onto the C site. Rifle in hand. Nibus, 11 HP. Bit of a advanced position. We'll hear this jump around, but does manage to find the kill onto Tans, who was not ready for it. 4v2 now. Slow Ready with an outlaw. Ready to just push this smoke, but James will be waiting for them relatively
One
close with
enemy
the
remaining.
Phantom of their own, and Slow Ready will die to, I think, was spam there through the smoke. And Ender will just look to bonus this. Yeah, bonus this Odin. And live to fight another day, but 4 now onto the board for FNC. It will carry 4 rifles over, so if it was going to start, it's got to be here. But once again, still a hill to climb.
FNC poking and prodding, just taking pigs on the edges of the map and found a crack in the wall of Team Dyslexia's defense.
No ults yet into this half, but getting close to a
Now we
few.
wait. Defend pair.
If I'm the defenders here, I'm looking to at least try to get 1 or 2 onto our Phoenix player. Potentially what they could be looking to do. But Ender will be solo here on this site on C. Thinking better of fighting, but is willing to play off, and James just teleporting back site. Had an idea, but not able to connect on any of it. Flash destroyed, Arcrow's gone.
Spike planted.
Hands looking to try to at least break this wall. It is in a what could only be described as the most annoying position for a wall to be in, but Tan's looking to just hold this space. And breaking everything up until they are able to get back on the site. Ender will find the first kill, Slow Ready onto James, and they're just picking apart this post plant. But that will deal the round unless anonymously is able to do something about it, but Slow Ready finds that last kill. And that will be map point for
Match
Team
point.
Dyslexia. 12-4 now, and Slow Ready has that ult ready
Good
on the
one.
defensive half. Yeah,
Good for a retake from Team Dyslexia, just destroying that wall, pressuring the site. FNC had no space after on the post plant. They were all on site.
and series point now. Off the back of some great play from really the whole team, but have to highlight H and Ender and Slow Ready on this map, just all doing their part to make sure all the pressure stays. And Caleb will find that kill along with Tans and immediately put this game against the ropes. 5-on-3 now, and Odin's still in hand. All sorts of control for the defenders, and attackers will definitely need something here, but will they? Man. So close. Reposition. Down to long. See if they timing this cross. It looks like they're able to cross actually without H able to spot anything. Oh, here's the. Oh no! Get out of there, buddy! Manages to get out. Blind will. Paranoia will connect actually and push them off, but lots of utility from the defenders who are here ready to fight. And H finds the kill on Nibus. Manages to hide themselves from the dart with the smoke. Manages to get the dink over the head and
Oh, not the knife!
finally gets the knife
Defenders
kill
win.
to put the game away. That is 13-4 Team Dyslexia. And decisive third map after letting them come back and pushing that third map at all, but team play and shots were too good. And the series goes their way.
They knew where FNC were going to push. They held the A side. H was warmed up. He had a really big ego on that op and was fighting him.
Yeah, you need a big ego when you have the op in your hands, so you love to see it. I don't even know if we're still live. I think we are.
Probably.
Probably. But good for showing overall from Team Dyslexia. Very strong. I mean, very quickly out of the gate, one of the scarier teams, I think, in Season 3. Lots of firepower, lots of team coordination already, and very interested to see how FNC will bounce back. They showed they're capable of it. You can never count James out, of course, Season 2 champions, so good things on both sides. Just FNC needs to come out stronger, I think, in the future, and not have to play from behind.
I'm glad for H and Slow already that Season 2 did not affect them. Tequila Sunrise.